How would you briefly describe your project to someone unfamiliar with what you do?
Meals on Wheels at Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston explored ways to use a virtual assistant device using the Amazon Echo Show to see how it can support the social determinants of health, along with its Meals Plus delivery services to reduce isolation and support their clients' independence for aging in place.
What is the why behind your project?
We wanted to improve the lives of seniors by leveraging artificial intelligence technology.
What has worked well for your project?
A couple of things that worked pretty well was that the Alexa's audible interface with voice commands responded very well with such human-like qualities that the clients felt very comfortable in interacting with this technology. The other thing that worked very well was recruiting clients for our feasibility study using our friendly Meals on Wheels drivers to help us convince them that this was a fun project to participate in.
What are some challenges your project faced?
When we first started, the initial recruitment went very, very slow. It was difficult over the phone to talk to clients about a project like ours and have them understand it well enough to join in. The other is juggling the resources for our partners and all the support that's needed for technology was quite challenging with short staff.
How did you find appropriate partners/partner organizations?
Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston has a lot of connections throughout the Greater Houston area and surrounding counties, and our leadership is very well networked with a lot of different organizations with a long history in the Houston area that made a big difference.
What funding sources have you utilized or will you utilize?
We use a combination of donated funds and operational dollars.
How will this project be sustainable once your grant period is done?
We're exploring other grant opportunities. We're having discussions with healthcare partners, as well as considering fundraising campaigns.
What stakeholders do you need buy-in from?
Well, first of all, we needed buy-in from Interfaith Ministries leadership, and also our board of directors was very important. The Meals on Wheels leadership, because we were doing this for Meals on Wheels clients, and so the management of that part of our organization needed to be a part of the project, as well as our partners with the University of Texas Health Science Center, our partner on Guardian, who helped us develop an application, and we worked very closely with Amazon directly.
What advice do you have for trying to replicate a similar project?
Technology changes very quickly, and so keeping up with the latest changes is very, very important, because if you take 6 months or a year to develop something, a lot can change in that time. So keeping up with the latest information is important. Connectivity is also a very hot topic because most technology requires connection to the internet, and understanding your clients and what the capabilities are that your audience has is also important. Depending on your demographics, having the ability to converse in other languages can also be an important factor. And partnering, in our case, with Amazon or whatever technology platform organization you're working with is also very important, not only to keep up with what's going on, but to also learn about other projects around the country or around the world that actually might lend more information.
How do I get started?
The first thing would be to understand what your final product and services will be, so that you can identify the appropriate resources that it will take to support it. Selecting your target audience and knowing your audience is also important. And as I said earlier, partnering with the technology company that you're leveraging, in our case it was Amazon, to make sure you're up to date with their products and services that they have to offer. In our case, with doing any sort of medical study, being compliant with privacy issues, HIPAA compliance and other regulatory issues are important to also stay on top of.
What do you wish you would have known prior to beginning the project?
We wish we knew how many of our clients already had connections to the internet and the use of technology like smartphones. We assumed that there was a big gap out there, and there actually wasn't as big a gap as we thought, and that would have been helpful to understand up front before we started.